Hello, I'm Shirley Slimmer. Coming soon on Matinee Movie, the motion picture classic Cartablanca. The story of two men and a woman divided by romance, war, and a French customs official who knows how to play guess your weight. All wouldn't have happened.
Oops. Was brought to you by Erasers. Don't make a mistake without one.
You and Ludlow better get on board.
But Nick...
There's no but nicks about it. Ludlow, you go first.
Monsieur Louis Le Tourneau at your service. Your passport, please. Ludlow Novak. Very good. And what is your weight, please?
Why do you want to know that?
The Lisbon plane can only carry so many pounds, monsieur. Otherwise, the silver bird cannot get off the ground, and you will never bid Cartablanca bye-bye. So, the upper limit is 2,500 pounds. That is all she can carry. The passenger's luggage we figure to be about 300 pounds. So, 300 from 2,500, we are left with 2,200 pounds. Now, the crew and 10 passengers have already boarded the plane. We have rounded up their combined weight to 1,700 pounds. Now, subtract that from 2,200 and we are left with, voila, 500 pounds. Now, monsieur, what is your weight?
I don't know. There are no scales in Cartablanca.
That's funny. I came to Cartablanca for the scales.
Then you were misinformed. Monsieur.
Well, I'll have to guess 143 pounds.
Monsieur.
Well, all right. 167 pounds.
That's more like it. We'll round that up to 170 pounds. Subtract that from 500 and we are left with 330 pounds. Madame, your papers, please.
Mrs. Ludlow Novak. Oh, Nick.
You've got to listen to me. If that plane leaves the ground and you're not on it, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life. Look, I'm no good at being noble.
Madame Novak, your papers are in order. And now, your weight, please.
That's rather personal, isn't it?
Alas, yes, it is, but my lips are sealed, and the audience will keep it a secret.
Very well. 118 pounds.
Oh, madame.
Must you make a scene? 123.
We'll round that up to 130 pounds.
Why round up to 130? Why not round down to 120? Why make things heavier than they really are?
To be on the safe side, dis donc, Coco. We are concerned that the plane might be overloaded, so we are rounding numbers up. Better safe than crunched.
Vive les calories.
Là, we subtract 130 from 330, we are left with 200 pounds.
Thank you so much. I'm so pleased.
All part of the job, madame.
Oh, Nick.
The problems of three little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world.
Nick, last night.
Last night we said a great many things.
Nick, be quiet for heaven's sake.
Why?
Nick, last night. Ludlow and I bought you an extra ticket. You can come with us.
You did? Swell. He is looking at you, kid.
Not so fast, Porky.
What do you mean?
What is your weight, my friend?
Oh, I don't know. 170, 180?
Be honest.
Okay. I weigh 223 pounds. But it's all this rich French food. Who would have known a pair of frog legs could have had so many calories? And besides, there's nothing else to do in Cartablanca. The movie theater's been playing The Case of the Maltese Pigeon for the last 3 weeks.
Monsieur Nick, I'm afraid I must round your weight up to 230 pounds. And that is above the upper limit. There are only 200 pounds left. I'm sorry, Monsieur Nick, but orders are orders. Out of concern for the plane and the passengers, I cannot allow you to board.
Well,
Oh, Nick, I begged you not to eat the chocolate quiche.
that's okay, sweetheart. We'll always have Paris.
Paris? I've never been to Paris.
Weren't you previously Sally Sue Sussman from my senior class cruise to France?
No. I'm the former Elsie Crum, Olympic bronze medalist, mother of 3.
Then I'm afraid I've made a terrible mistake. Whoever you are, goodbye.
Well, I'm very sorry, mon ami. You must feel terrible.
Just a little hungry.
You know, there is a free French ice cream parlor in Brazzaville. I might be induced to phone ahead and order 2 egg creams and 2 banana splits.
And a chocolate eclair?
But of course,
Louis, it looks like this could be the beginning of a beautifully fattening friendship.
If Square One TV represents 100%, and this much of the show is over, how much is left? Think about it.
There's a percentage of people who know a lot about the sense. The rest of the people are simply confused. They don't understand the way percents are used. Like when you want to go shopping, 'cause there's a big sale going on. It's 30% on the normal price. The bigger the cost, you gotta think twice. The number of parts on 100 is what a percent is.
Let's take 2.
Can be said as a fraction to 100 or a decimal point 02. Yeah, it's true. Once you start to notice, you're gonna see examples of percent. When you put your money in a savings account, it earns a percent of the total amount. Or when you're planning your schedule, it helps to think about percent. For 24 hours in every day, what percent do you sleep, work, or play? The number of parts of 100 is what a percent is.
Let's take 6.
Can be said as a fraction, 6/100 or a decimal point 06. That's no trick to think about percents. You gotta give your all 100%. If you just give a half, perhaps 50%, it's never gonna make sense. The number of parts of 100 is what a percent is.
Let's take 12.
Said as a fraction, 12/100 or a decimal point 12. Good for you. There's a percentage of people who know a lot about percent. We hope by now you're not confused. You know about percent and how they're used. Now you're one of those people who know a lot about percent. Now you're one of those people who know a lot about percent. Now you're one of those people.
Mathman, your mission is to eat only percents that are less than 1/2. When you encounter a number, you'll have until the count of 3 to make your decision. And beware the horrific Mr. Glitch. He will eat you if you are wrong.
Mathman.
Gary.
Less than 1/2. Mathman. Less than 1/2. Mathman. Pretty small. All right. Mathman, 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 Mathman. Tough call. Yep. Oh. Mathman, 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 Math.
He seldom learns.
Do you know why there's a scale on a map? You will. Watch.
And so I, Jacques Cousteau, set out in search of the giant squid.
Sonar reading. The ocean floor is 28 meters.
Très bien, très bien. And the rate of speed.
Due west at 20 knots, sir.
Excellent. Perhaps now is the moment we have all been waiting for.
You mean?
Yes. The moment we turn off that obnoxious music.
Oh.
A little bit of that goes a long way.
Excuse me, Mon Capitan. It's my first voyage, and I was just wondering.
Yes, my friend.
According to my calculations, we're very close to an iceberg.
How close are we?
10 centimeters.
10 centimeters. Sacre bleu, engines for reverse! Secure the hatches! Stop the ballast!
Louis Pasteur.
Hold the mail! Hold on, everybody, this will not be fun. Now, let me see this iceberg face to face. Something is fishy. Something is très fishy. Monsieur Navigator, where is this iceberg?
Oh. It's exactly 10 centimeters away, Mon Capitan.
Are you sure of this?
I'm positive. Come, look. See? This X on the map represents the ship. That's us. Then I found this triangle. That represents the iceberg. So I took this meter stick and I measured the distance from the X to the triangle, and it measured exactly 10 centimeters. Take a look at for yourself.
But monsieur, 1 centimeter on a map does not represent 1 centimeter in the real world.
It doesn't?
Of course it does not. If 1 centimeter on a map represented 1 centimeter in the real world, then the map would have to be as big as the area it was mapping. A map of New Jersey would have to be as big as New Jersey. Try to fit that in your glove compartment.
I don't drive, thank you.
Now on this particular map, we have a scale of 1 centimeter to 10 kilometers. This means that 1 centimeter on a map represents 10 kilometers on the high seas.
Which means that when the meter stick reads 10 centimeters...
We have to do a calculation. If 1 centimeter represents 10 kilometers, then 10 centimeters represents 10 times 10 kilometers, which is...
100 kilometers, which means in actuality, this iceberg is 100 kilometers away. Oh, am I relieved? Thank you.
Formidable, you mastered the map. Congratulations. Now back to your duties.
Fromage.
Yes.
Steady as she goes, Capitan.
Thank you.
And so we head out to sea. The little problem solved by mathematics. The ship sustained no severe damage, but...
Mon Capitan! Mon Capitan!
Yes, monsieur.
This is fantastic. According to my calculations, the giant squid is only 240 kilometers away.
Très bien.
And our home port is only 25 kilometers away. My rubber ducky Melvin is 2,466 kilometers away, but my karate school is 16,824 kilometers away. Oh, and my chiropractor.
Warning. When trying to solve a problem, it's a good idea to understand what kind of a solution you're looking for. Otherwise, how will you know when you found it?
The story you are about to see is a fib, but it's short. The names are made up, but the problems are real.
Los Angeles, California, 2:43 p.m. The rains which had inundated the basin had subsided just enough to allow the mudslides to get a head start on the season. I was working the day watch out of MathNet. My partner is George Frankley. The boss is Thad Green. My name is Monday. I'm a mathematician. We were up against a real puzzle in the form of the Maltese pigeon, a priceless sculpture which belonged to the people of the tiny country of Malta in the Mediterranean Sea. Most recently, the statue had been possessed by Maureen O'Reilly, but it was stolen from her. Then it appeared to turn up with Jasper Stoutman, but it was stolen from him. No one knew who had stolen it or where it was. We decided to look at a couple of scenes from yesterday's show just to slow down this dizzying carousel. A young man named Noel Sphinx Jr. had been seen at both robbery sites. He was a strong suspect with a weak alibi.
It was stolen last night. Where were you between 7 and 10 p.m.? And I hope you don't say listening to Tchaikovsky and Peter and the Wolf, because that's been taken.
No, I was walking on the beach trying to pull my thoughts together.
Did anyone see you?
No, I was alone.
We questioned Noel at headquarters, and it was there he told us a remarkable fact.
As you know, I am Noel Sphinx Jr. My father was the first Noel. I am a secret agent of the government of Malta.
Secret agent? Wow.
My mission, as my father before me, is to find the Maltese pigeon and return it safely to my people, to whom it rightly belongs.
Your story checks out, Kate.
Thought it might.
Both Interpol and the government of Malta say Noel Sphinx is a secret agent. And he's only about 12.
Very precociously dedicated.
I'll say. When I was 12, I was still getting my thumbs caught in my shoelaces.
Uh-huh.
I checked something else, Kate.
What's that?
Peter and the Wolf. Noel was right. Tchaikovsky didn't write it. Prokofiev did.
Did Debbie check it out for you?
Nope, my wife. He wrote it in 1936.
Martha's into classical music.
Wolves.
You think when Ms. O'Reilly said Tchaikovsky wrote it, she was lying?
I don't know. Let's try and figure out some of these facts.
Okay, let's play what if. What if she just got the names of the composers mixed up? No big deal.
Right, but what if she didn't go to the concert, but did go back to Stoutman's house?
And what if she found the bird and took it?
But if she had done that, she would have told us. The bird sort of belonged to her in the first place.
That's true unless Stoutman was right.
How's that?
Remember? He said she never had the pigeon in the first place.
But we know that she did. We saw it.
Yes, but what if Stoutman was right again? What if it was a fake?
But that still doesn't explain who stole her bird, fake or not, from the museum, or how he or she did it.
Here's the report you asked for, Kate. Thanks.
What's that, Kate?
I asked Debbie to search the files of Interpol to see if she could find any names even remotely associated with the Maltese pigeon.
There are three: Stoutman, O'Reilly, and Sphinx.
I was afraid of that.
Prokofiev. Into classical music, George?
No, just a note from Martha.
Matter of fact, I was going to see one of his pieces performed last night, but it fell through.
Couldn't go?
No. It was a concert at the Hollywood Bowl. With all the rain we had, they postponed it. See ya.
Of course. The Hollywood Bowl is an outdoor arena. We should have known, George. Ms. O'Reilly is lying. Let's ask her why. Monday.
Frankly.
MathNet.
Is Maureen here? Ms. O'Reilly? The owner?
No, I'm Ali Rodin, the chiseler.
No one she'll be back?
In a wee while. She went down to the bank to close a deal. Would you like to come in and wait? I'm just finishing up.
Harley took us to his workroom, a walk-in freezer. We asked him a few questions.
You say you're a chiseler, Mr. Rodin?
That's right. Just a wee joke.
You do ice sculptures?
Oh, aye. Just finishing off this swan. It's for a big party in Beverly Hills tonight.
How long does it take you to chisel a swan like this?
About an hour and a half.
What does this swan weigh, Arlie?
Well, to begin with, it's 385 pounds.
Exactly?
Pretty close. That's what the block of ice weighs before I start with it.
Quite a bit smaller now.
Oh, I chip off about 100 pounds in the process.
Is this where the waste goes?
Oh, no, that's a nice statue left over from a birthday party this morning. Before it melted down totally, I thought I'd bring it back and maybe reuse the ice.
Is it cold in here, or is it just me?
28 degrees, Mr. Franklin. Best temperature for me to work with.
Arlie, how long does it take an ice sculpture to melt?
Depends on the temperature. This swan here will last about 8 hours in a room 65 to 70 degrees.
Thank you, Arlie. We'll be going now.
Tell Maureen that I'd like to... Tell Miss O'Reilly that we'd like to talk to her when she gets back.
Right.
You said she was at a bank?
Signing the closing papers. She sold the business.
Sold it.
Aye. Just this morning. Quite a surprise to all of us.
Did she say where she was going?
No. She just said there had to be more to life than frozen birds.
You mean you think the original bird might have been a phony?
Right. Maybe we overlooked something the other day. Let's check around.
But the pigeon was moved in here at 2 o'clock. 3 hours later, it was gone. And Arlie said it would take 8 hours to melt the sculpture.
But the pigeon isn't as big as a swan.
But still, it wouldn't melt in 3 hours. Even if it did, it would leave a pool of water, and there wasn't any. We were here.
It's just an ordinary pedestal. No false bottom. No absorbent material on top. And the bird was sitting here.
Right. And the spotlight shone on it from there. What's wrong?
My hand was burning.
Well,
George, that's no ordinary spotlight. Put your hand under it.
it's a heat lamp. That lamp could have melted the bird in no time at all.